It's time to start streaming. I was napping. Start the show. Yeah! Woo! Shout out to Danny D. What's up, guys? Fears. Audience, fears. Coffee first. In my nice little mug. Nice. Some pretty good coffee. This was the free mug that I got at the Verizon call center. They were like, hey, Fears, you want a mug? And I was like, I'll take a free mug. Anyway. Hope you guys are doing great. I hope you guys are doing awesome. I hope you guys are doing fantastic. All right. Well, as always, we got lots to cover. I got a brand new vlog up. It's new to you guys. Obviously, it's old footage because it's from 2021, but it's a new vlog for you guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you haven't checked it out, be sure to go to Fears Vlogs on YouTube and check it out. That's the second channel. Hit subscribe. And then head on over to my main channel, FearsMan26, and give it a little like, a little comment, and a little subscribe. That's right. Anyway, I hope you guys are enjoying your Saturday. It was a pretty good Saturday. I got a vlog done. I watched a couple of movies. I watched Death Sentence. Nice. I watched Black Christmas. And then I watched Fast and Furious Part 4. I skipped 3. Eventually I want to watch 3, but 3 is crap. But I like number 1, number 2, and number 4. That's why I watched those right off the bat. So, yeah. So, we're going to review those 3 movies. Then we're going to do some deep questions. And then I thought about, I love SNL, like Saturday Night Live. And I was like, let me try to pinpoint the top 10 SNL skits, like, of all time. And then, you guys love when I tell stories. Real stories, I got 2 Six Flags stories. When I went to Six Flags, some crazy shit happened. So, yeah. And I don't think I've told these stories before. I think maybe I've mentioned something that me and my buddy Eric did. But, yeah. Anyway. So those are the topics today. Again, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. Let me know in the chat. What have you guys been doing on your day off, on your Saturday? Let me knows. I had a nap because me, Lantern, Visions, Museum. Larry was MIA. He probably had to work, but me, Lantern, Visions, and Museum, we streamed to like way early into the morning on Lantern's show. I was exhausted. I was supposed to watch Basket Case last night. I tried. I fell asleep. Then I woke up. I couldn't get back to sleep, so I hung out with the guys for a little bit. Then I went back to sleep, and then I had a good sleep, thank God. Got up, skipped breakfast. I just had a sandwich for lunch, and then I haven't had dinner yet. And then I watched 3 movies. I did the vlog, and then I went for a walk. Instead of working out, I went for a walk around the property. And then I checked the fan mail. Excuse me. Oh, good. I'm going to sleep good tonight. I checked the fan mail today. No fan mail yet, but whenever you want to send fan mail, you're more than welcome. If you do want to send fan mail, I want to hear from you guys. Right here. 16745 Kagan's Crossings Boulevard, STE 102B, PMB 40, Claremont, Florida 34714. I want to hear from you guys. Write me a letter. Write me a letter. Ask me some questions, or just write me a letter to say hi. I will read it on camera. If you want to send me an unboxing, I'll unbox it. If you want to send me a gift, whatever, send me whatever. You'll definitely get a response, and it will most likely be in a live stream on the vlog channel. Unless it's like something big, and then I'll put it on the main channel. But yeah. Anyway. I hope everyone's doing well tonight. Alright. Time to open up the chat. There we are. Response, and it will... There we are. And let's see here. I'm going to let everybody know that I'm live. I'm going to let everybody know that I'm live in the Discord. There we are. Alrighty. Oh, man. So, I'm going to call Lantern and let him know I'm live. So, yeah. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. It's a long vlog, so I had to break it into 3 different spots. So there should be one more bit of the 2021 vacation vlog, and then I'm moving on to the next vlog. So yeah. But I saved the best for last because since my dad died, this trip was before my dad died, and we were celebrating my birthday, and you'll get to see my dad in the vlog, and he said some very nice things about me in the vlog, and that'll be in the next bit of it. Speaking of my dad, I'm wearing my dad's shirt. My dad went to Scotland, and it says right here, I don't know how to pronounce it, Edinburgh Castle. Hopefully that's how you say it. I don't know if he went there with his job or if he went with my mom. He probably went with my mom to that castle. I've never been to that castle, but I was thinking about my dad today more than usual, so I thought I would throw on my dad's shirt. My mom gave me a couple of his shirts. I was like, Mom, don't throw away dad's stuff. I'm like, I'll take it, or me and my brother have been splitting up my dad's stuff, so she's like, should I throw it away? I was like, no, don't fucking throw it away. I'm like, I'll take some of his shirts. I'm like, my brother can, and then, so yeah, throughout the years, we've been kind of, me and my brother have been, like, sharing my dad's stuff. So my brother took some of his coats and took some of his shirts. I took one of his coats. So yeah, so when I wear it, it kind of reminds me of him. So yeah, anyway. All right, let me throw the link in the Discord. We got 8 people watching. What's up? Howdy, howdy, howdy. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the vlog. I've been getting them out faster, man. Faster, faster, faster. Or as fast as I possibly can. So yeah, and then I'm gonna call Lantern. By the way, big shout out to Lantern, man. He had a hell of a show last night. It was a long show. It was definitely a long show, but it was a good show. And today's thumbnail, I don't remember who made this meme. I want to say it was Visions that made this meme. It's a picture of my face, and it's all red. And I thought it was funny because we're in between holidays, and so I just decided to use that for today's meme. So yeah. All right, let me call Lantern. And then I'm going to try to call Sega. Oh shit. Yo!
Yo!
Dude, I'm live. What's up? Where are you?
Come in.
You coming into the chat?
Yeah.
Alright, hey, I just told everybody that we were live last night. Lantern, you had a hell of a show last night. Way to go, buddy. Way to go.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. Lantern, what time did you guys close off the live? Because I was the first one to leave. I left around 4. What time did Visions and Museum and you turn off the live?
A little late.
What was it after 4:30?
Something along the line.
Oh wow, yeah, that is late, man. Yeah, I checked out at around 4ish. I was tired. I tried to watch some more Basket Case, but I fell asleep, and I was like, fuck it. So I'm gonna watch Basket Case tonight after the stream, and I'll review it tomorrow after church. So yeah. Anyway, how's your day been, buddy?
Good. How's yours?
Pretty good. Pretty good. Did you see the new vlog up?
Yeah.
Did you like it?
Yeah.
Nice. Well, hey, Lantern, guess what? Because it's an old vlog from 2021, you'll get to see my dad in the last part. So in the next vlog, you'll get to see my dad. So yeah, that'll be cool. All right, Lantern, we'll share the link, spread the word. I'm gonna go back to the chat and I'm gonna continue on. All right.
All right.
All right, Shunk.
Junk.
Shunk. Oh Lord. Oh man. Fucking Lantern. That guy's great. Alright, let me just tell everybody I'm live. Yo! I am live. So come and hang out. Yeah, dude. There we are. Did Lantern share the link? Nope. Well, I shared the link. That'll be good enough. That'll be good enough. Alright. Yo, what's up, Mr. Lantern? He says, shout out to the chat. And thanks a lot for that super chat donation, Mr. Lantern. Lantern, how many times do I have to keep telling you? If you're going to do a donation, send a real donation. I don't care, Lantern. You can send a real donation. You can send me a fake donation. I don't care. I appreciate it nonetheless, my friend. Yo, we got 10 people watching. What's up? What's up? Well, say hello in the chat. Howdy, 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 howdy. Well, I talked to Jeff today, and he was at a convention, and he met some old actors from the old Tron movie, and I think he met the people in the new Tron in the sequel. I wrote him and I was like, Jeff, that's pretty fucking dope. And he was like, hey man, what's going on? I said, I'm just dropping a line. And he goes, where have you been? He goes, you've been missing the show. I said, I decided to take off all the shows for this whole month. I said, I've got like 6 or 7 vlogs left. Well, now I've got probably 6 vlogs because I just did the 7th one. Well, not really, because this vlog is very long and I had to break it into 3 parts. So after I get the 3rd portion of the vlog up tomorrow, then I'm gonna get on the 6th vlog. So now that the 7th one is done, I got 6 vlogs to go, around 6 vlogs, and then I'm back to normal. Then I can start vlogging like new shit, like 2025 shit. I haven't even touched all the Christmas stuff, so get ready for all that. Christmas from last year, Christmas from 2 years ago. So you guys will get to enjoy all that. So yeah. Yo, what's up, Nancy? She says she's driving. Peace! What's up, Nancy? What is up? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I hope you're doing great. I hope you're doing fantastic. So yeah. Give me 1 second here. Give me 1 second. Oh, there you go, Lantern. Thank you so much for dropping the link. I appreciate it. And then, oh, nice. Lantern says, Fears Man is live. Join the chat. Come and hang out with those dudes. That's right, y'all. I appreciate that, Lantern. Very much. Thank you so much. You are the man, dude. Yeah, Lantern, you must have been, I'm fucking tired. I got plenty of rest, but you know how Fears is when it gets late on into the night, now that I'm old. The eyes start shutting down. The yawns come out. Whether I've had my coffee or not, I'm getting tired. Oh, shit. So we'll see how long I can last on a live. So tomorrow, after I upload the vlog, tomorrow I think I'm going to finish the Jurassic Park skull. I think I'm just going to put it together for the vlog. I mean, for the stream, excuse me. And then I'll let it sit here for a couple days. And then after a couple days, after you guys have enjoyed it for a couple days, I'm going to disassemble it. Because I want to use these light pieces. Because they kind of look like that color of a palm tree. And what I want to do is, Oh, shit. Well, I didn't mean to do that. Let me grab all the pieces, because they fucking went everywhere. So, before this fell apart, what I want to do is, I want to use this part and these leaves, and I want to make a palm tree. And so what I'm going to do is, I'm going to rebuild all the brown, so the brown stuff will be like the dirt, and then I want to take all of these like beige pieces, and build around this, and the beige parts will be the stump of the tree, and then I'm going to put the palm tree leaves up like that, up there. So you won't see the black piece, you'll just see the beige pieces, and hopefully it looks like a palm tree, and the reason why I'm going to do a palm tree is because I live in a tropical environment. So I thought, I could use those pieces, I could use this, I could use these things. I said I could make a palm tree and do my own creation. Because it seems like you guys liked my own creations with the black dark-sided lightsaber. I made that. That was my entire creation. And then I made a big block of cheese. I'm not satisfied on the cheese, though. Once I get some more yellow pieces that color, I'm going to disassemble it and rebuild the block of cheese. Anyway. So, I think I'm going to do this tomorrow. Either tomorrow or the next day, but I'll keep you guys posted. I will keep you guys posted. Alright, let's see here. Yo! Banjo! What's up? By the way, I saw the Exhumed Visions video. Visions, that guy was mad at me. But he was right. He was right because I don't know much about screamo music. I don't know much about death metal or like heavy metal. I like a little heavy metal, but I've only like listened to a little bit of like screamo. Like Napalm Death is basically screamo because the guy's screaming at the top of his fucking lungs. So Vision said, as a joke, he said, "Hey, I don't know who this guy was, but this guy was sitting on his couch with his laptop opened, and he had his girlfriend or his wife or somebody sitting next to him, and she was like fully tattooed up from like head to toe. And then he read, I guess he was doing a live stream, and he read Exhumed Vision's comment. He said, hey, he goes, my friend called this band a screamo band. Should I bully him? And then he goes, no, he's just, and the guy said, no, he's just out of the loop. What he really needs to be doing is you need to stuff him into a trash can. I got a giggle out of it. So I wrote Visions and I said, please don't bully me. Please don't shove me into a trash can. And I said, the guy is right. I don't know much about that music. I've listened to a bit of it. And I do like Napalm Death. I do. Besides the guy screaming, there's some cool music in the background. But I don't know much about it. So funny video. So I wrote Visions and I said this exact quote. I said, hey, don't bully me or put me in a trash can. LOL. I saw that video because Exhumed Visions uploaded it on his channel. And I said, he is right. I haven't heard much of that music, but I've heard a bit of it. And then I said, funny video. And then I said, new vlog up. And then I'm going to be streaming soon. And then Visions went, oh, cool. So, yeah. So I thought it was funny. But if you guys have not checked out Vision's new video, it's on his YouTube channel. So check it out. Check it out. Check it out, y'all. All right, let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. Let's see. Mr. Lantern is going nuts in the chat. Howdy, Nancy. All right, Nancy. That's right, y'all. Banjo. He says, what's up, Fears? What's up, chat? What's up, dude? How you been? Good to see you. And then he says, hello, Mr. Lantern. I like the cheese. Do you? Do you like the cheese, Banjo? I like it, too. It's just, I want to get more yellow pieces, and I want to make it more like arched like that. I want to make it more flat. So, but I ran out of yellow pieces, so I need to get some more builds and have that type of yellow color to it. And I want to just make it like up like this and like down, like somebody sliced it, you know. And then, but yeah. So it's coming along. I'm just not satisfied with it, but I think I'm going to disassemble it, rebuild it. But that was a build from my own brain. The dark-sided lightsaber. I disassembled the black hot rod car, and I had just enough black pieces to make the lightsaber. And so I'm gonna keep that together because whenever I go to the Lego Con next year with LC, the one that we went to that I haven't uploaded yet for this year, I'm gonna get a lightsaber Lego build, probably Luke's for the. I got a mini lightsaber build because you guys remember that one, but I want to get a bigger one. I want to get one like that long and like that wide. So I'm not. So I'm glad you like it, Banjo, but I'm not satisfied on the block of cheese. So I'll probably redo it, but it's coming. It's on the way. It's on the way. So yeah. Yeah. So yeah. Anyway. Mm. Anyway. Let's see. I like the cheese. Reminds me of Wallace. Oh, hell yeah. Chicken Wizard says, that's G-Dog from Hell Shed Bangers. I've never see. What's up, Chicken Wizard? I've never heard of those guys either. Never heard of them. Lantern says, thanks for coming to my stream last night, Chicken Wizard. His channel is called Dead by Dog. I'll have to check him out. All right now, Lantern. I already did coffee first, Lantern. That's like one of the first things I did. Anyway, I'm going to use the restroom real quick, and I need to put these Lego pieces off to the side because I don't know what this thing hit, but when I was showing it to you guys, I went like this, and I don't know what. It must have made me hit the side of this because it came apart, and I don't know how the hell it came apart, but just give me a second here. So I quickly put this together to show you guys kind of what I want to do, but I'm not satisfied with it. So after I get all done with those beige pieces, I'm going to put all the, so the brown part will be the dirt. I'm going to put the beige pieces around this to make like the stump of the palm tree, and then I wish I had more of these leaves, but I'm just essentially going to do it like that. And hopefully it looks like a palm tree. That's basically what I'm going to do. Here, I'll fix it later. Anyway, I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. But yeah, just give me 1 second. I'll be right back. Just go ahead and study my mug. The very first mug I got when I was a security guard, I was at the Verizon call center, and they're like, hey, Fears, like, we just had a party. We were handing out these mugs as prizes, and we didn't get rid of them all. You want this free mug? And I was like, I'll take a free mug. So yeah, there it is. I'll be right back. Give me 1 second. Sorry to keep you waiting, guys. I had to use the restroom. Ugh. My bad. Alright. Sorry about that. My bad. I didn't mean to keep you guys waiting. Alright, let's see. Where did I leave off? That's G-Dog from Hellshed Bangers. I've never heard of him, but I'll check him out, Chicken Wizard. His channel is called Dead by Dog. Let's have a look. Dead by Dog. I've never checked out his channel. Let me just have a little look-see real quick before we continue on. Let's see. I'm gathering maybe he's all about music. Dead by Dog. Okay. Oh, wow, he does a lot of reviews. Okay. Wow. He's got some cool t-shirts on. Damn, he's got a lot of subscribers, Chicken Wizard. 18.5K. 18,000 plus. Fucking hell. Wow, that's a lot. And he's got a lot of content, too. So I'm guessing he likes a lot of heavy metal, because you like heavy metal, Chicken Wizard. I like heavy metal. I just haven't listened to a lot of it, but I'm listening to more of it, you know, as I find different bands and stuff. Seems like he does a lot of live streams and he does a lot of videos. That's cool. Well, now that I know where his channel is, I'll watch a few videos and I'll decide if I want to subscribe to it or not. Looks like a cool channel. Right on. Anyway, Lantern says, jam, y'all. Dance, y'all. What's up, y'all? Lantern, I'm not much of a dancer. Lantern, I will leave the dancing up to you, my friend. You are... Lantern, you are the master. You are the master, buddy. Anyway. I hope everyone's having a wonderful night. Anyway, before we continue on, I'm going to pick tonight's watches. So because I didn't finish Basket Case last night, I was too tired. Tonight I'm going to watch Basket Case. So that's going to be watch number 1. And then watch number 2, I think I'm going to watch... I think I'm going to watch this horror movie, Link. So I'm going to watch this and this. These two. So these will be tonight's watches. This is a horror movie about a scientist and this chimpanzee and this girl. I've heard of this, but I've never heard of this. So, yeah. There we are. There we go. Yo, what's up, Crumbles? How you been? He says, G-Dog gives workout and health tips, too. Oh, that's what's up. That's cool. That's cool. I thought it was funny. He said I had to be shoved into a trash can. That was funny. I did like Vision's video. Vision's, I thought it was very funny. I appreciate you making the video. I got a laugh out of it. I just don't listen to a lot of heavy metal. I like heavy metal. I just don't listen to a lot of it. Sorry, there's something in my eye. Anyway, but I'm listening to it more and more though. But yeah. Anyway. Oh man. All right. Well, let's start this thing off right, shall we? Yo, Visions, what's up? I'm glad the surgery went well. You had me going, Visions. You had me going. So, I hope you don't mind that I tell people the joke. So I said, hey man, I'm live, and I literally thought I did something wrong. I was like, oh shit, I don't want Visions pissed off me. And so I wrote, I hope you don't mind. I said, I'm live, buddy. Hope to see you there. Because I always tell Lantern I'm live and Visions and a bunch of other people. Like I wrote Pixel and I wrote and other people. And he says, I'm thinking of just being a YouTube watcher, retiring from the streams. And I went, oh man, why? What's going on? I said, I hope I haven't been bugging you or messaging you too much. Hope it wasn't something I said or did. I said, and then I thought, oh, maybe you're busy with orders. So I said, maybe you're busy with orders. I said, I hope you don't retire from commenting. And I said, but if you do, I respect your choice because we are friends. I said, well, just make it to the streams when you can. And then he let like 5 or 10 minutes go by. You ready for this? He says, well, I'm having a sex change operation, Fears, and I'll be out of it for a little while. Then I knew you were joking, so I went, oh, you ass. You were fucking with me. You had me going. You little prankster. I said, you're as good a prankster as Lantern. So there it is. Well, I'm glad the surgery went well, Visions. You son of a bitch. I was like, what the hell did I do? You old prankster, you. No, I did. I liked that video. I thought that video. So I guess the guy was doing a live stream or something. But yeah. I'll definitely check out his channel, though. Crumbles, I liked your idea. One of these days, I'm going to put a movie on. I'm just afraid, because remember the one time where I put on a Star Trek show, and I just turned the screen this way? YouTube wrote me, and I got a little caution saying, don't ever do that again, or we'll strike your channel. So, but as long as I have my headphones on, I don't think they can, hear it. So I should be able to watch a movie, react to it, with my headphones on. But yeah, I didn't do that last time. Last time I literally just went, hey, check it out, like that. And we were watching a Star Trek show for like 20 minutes. 20 minutes, and then literally it like closed off the stream, and I was like, fuck. So yeah. What's up, Bukaki? Let's see, Bukaki says, I'm getting a surgery to get my penis attached again. Nice! I hope it all goes well. Vision says, they can probably fish mine out of the trash can. Damn! You guys are fucking pranksters, man. Yeah. Yeah, maybe I'll just use yours. I mean, that's an option. That's an option. It's definitely an option. You guys are fucking hilarious. Anyway, but yeah, so Visions tonight, the watches are, because I fell asleep, I'm going to watch Basket Case Night and something called Link that I found. I know it's a horror movie. I've never heard of this, but I have heard of this because you guys told me about this, but I've never heard. I found this one on my own, but it's got Elizabeth Shue in it from The Karate Kid. So we'll see if that's any good. We'll see. It could be crap. It could be garbage. All right, time for the first topic. Here we go. Let's see here. There we are. And by the way, Visions, I think you were the one that made my face like that and made it all red. I used that thumbnail today because we're in between holidays. I don't remember. I don't know if it was you. It was either you or Pixel. Someone gave it to me in the Discord, and I do not remember. I think it was you, though. I could be wrong. All right. So. By the way, I got my dad's shirt on today. Hell yeah. I love you, Dad. I miss you. He went to this castle. I've never been to this castle, but my dad has. I just can't remember if he went. He probably went with my mom. He either went with his business, because he was always traveling for his job. So he either went with his business to this castle, or he went with my mom on vacation. Because they did go to Scotland a lot. I never went to Scotland, but they went to Scotland, they went to Ireland, and then the whole family went to England a bunch of times. So yeah. It's on my bucket list, though. It's on my bucket list to go to Ireland and Scotland, at least once in my life. Kiss the Blarney Stone, man. I do have Irish roots. I do have Scottish roots. I've got Welsh. Thank God no German roots, because I'd never hear the fucking end of it. But thank God no German roots. I've got British, Scottish, Welsh, Irish. My dad has a little Cherokee on his side, so I guess I have a little Cherokee. I think that's it. I think. Anyway. Alright. So, we're going to do the top 10 SNL skits. I love SNL. It's going to be hard to hone it down into 10 of the best skits ever, but I shall do my very best. Alright, top 10 SNL skits. Number 1, Coneheads. I love the Coneheads because they turned it into a movie, but if you guys have never seen the Coneheads skit that Dan Aykroyd created, Coneheads is fucking great. So Coneheads. I don't know what the skit's called, but it was Steve Martin and Dan Aykroyd, and they were like these crazy club guys, and they're like, yo, we're two wild and crazy guys. So, wild and crazy guys. Number 3, I loved when Chris Farley and David Spade and Adam Sandler were like the fucking Gap girls. Like, oh my God, Brittany, I can't believe you're wearing that top. Like, that's so gay. Ugh. You look horrible, Brittany. Why are you wearing that blouse? I can't do it as good as they, but the Gap girls was fucking hilarious. I thought you were on a diet. Lay off of me, I'm starving! The Gap girls. Let's see what else. I loved Will Ferrell and Chris Kattan's the Roxbury guys. You know, the club guys where they were like, dun, 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 dun. What, you want to dance? Me, him, you, me, him, you, me. Huh, huh, huh. Those two fucking guys. So, the Roxbury guys. I told Randall we should get those suits and we should recreate that skit all around Florida and have that fucking music like blaring and just have me and Randall in the car going like that. That would be a great skit for Fears Man 26. Randall doesn't want to do it, and I'm like, Randall, the fans will fucking love it. And he doesn't want to do it. I want to do it, but Randall doesn't want to do it. And I'm like, dude, you're such a fucking party pooper. Anyway. Let's see. That's a good one, Chicken Wizard. Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson. Celebrity Jeopardy. That's got to go on here. Celebrity Jeopardy. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Party time. Excellent. Yeah, dude. Wayne's World. And the best episode of Wayne's World is when they had Aerosmith on. Aerosmith was on Wayne's World. And then Aerosmith was in the Wayne's World movie. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. Wayne's World. What was that? It was a guy playing a lady. I don't remember the actor. The guy would dress up as like a nice old lady, and it was like church chat. And then he was the church lady, and he's like, "Well, isn't that special? You're going to hell. I'm going to heaven. I would never do anything like that. I'm a golden angel." That's where I got that from that skit. And then they're like, "But you're going to hell," you know? So the church lady, that one was always funny. The same guy that played Garth was the same guy that played the church lady. And then, I don't know if it was a skit. It was more of a commercial, but I mean, it still counts. When John Belushi, he did some commercial for like donuts, That's what his name was, Nancy. Thank you, Dana Carvey. No, see, that doesn't count because that's one of those fake commercials, so that doesn't count. But I loved that commercial when John Belushi was like running for the Olympics, and he's like, "What gets me going in the morning are little chocolate donuts." He goes, "They taste good and they give me the right amount of sugar, the right amount of energy to jumpstart my day, so I can make it, and get those gold medals in the Olympics and shit." So that doesn't really count though because it's commercial, but yeah. Heck yeah, Norm Macdonald. Oh yeah, Nancy. Yeah. Norm Macdonald's awesome. Yeah. And he's like, hey, check out my name. And then Will Ferrell played a great it was an over-the-top version of the old Jeopardy host, but I like his interpretation. And he's like, Mr. Reynolds has apparently changed his name to Turd Ferguson. And then he buzzed in. He literally buzzed in, and he's like, Mr. Reynolds. And he goes, yeah, that's not my name. And he's like, okay, Turd Ferguson. And he's like, yeah, what do you want? And he's like, you buzzed in. No, I didn't. Yes, you did. Yeah, that's your opinion. And then it zooms up on Will Ferrell, and he's like, I hate my job. I love that. All right, 3 more. We got the Coneheads, Wild and Crazy Guys, the Gap Girls, the Roxbury Guys, Celebrity Jeopardy, Wayne's World, the Church Lady. Let's see, what was another one? Oh man. Oh, the Ladies Man with Tim Meadows. The Ladies Man, that was a good one. And he was mean as the Ladies Man. He's like he had this little call buddy. He's like, hello, caller. He's like, what's your pleasure? And he's like, hi, Ladies Man. Like, I haven't had sex in about 5 months. And he goes, can you give me any information? He's like, well, he goes, have you ever tried to, the butt? And then the guy's like, excuse me? And he's like, yeah, he goes, ladies like it when you do them in the butt. So I would give that a go. And the guy's like, I'm not comfortable, doing that. And he's like, let me ask you a question. He goes, probably the reason why you haven't had sex in 5 months is you're probably gay. Because any man that doesn't do a girl in the butt is probably gay. You're probably gay. All right, thank you, caller. And then he hung up the phone. And then he would go on to the next call. And I fucking lost my mind. It was hilarious. So the Ladies Man. Weekend Update. When they did the fake news. Weekend Update. And then when Dan Aykroyd was on the show, and I'm not just saying this because I love Dan Aykroyd from Ghostbusters. I like the skit because it was actually funny. He plays like a demented, he's like the worst businessman / salesman ever, and he sells the most craziest products. And he talks really fast, and he's like, check out this blender, it's the best blender alive, it's the blender 2000, and he just would spit off this line of dialogue like so fast. And it was basically, he was like an infomercial businessman selling the most horrible products ever alive, ever created. That shit was fucking hilarious. And I think they called that skit the worst salesman alive. So that's probably my 10th one. And then I agree, Chicken Wizard. If I could pick number 11, it would be Matt Foley. I live, in a van down by the river. And literally, Chicken Wizard, the best line of dialogue out of Tommy Boy. Oh, Richard, hold me. And then the blanket goes down, and you see his ass crack, and then David Spade's like, yikes, and then he walks off. That's one of the most funniest lines of dialogue. Or when he takes that toy car and he's trying to sell the brake pads to the guy. And he's like, yeah, let's just say like you're driving with your family and you're driving along. And then all of a sudden, whoa, that was close. Now, let's see what happens when you're using the other guy's brake pads. Yeah, you're driving along. and then all of a sudden your kid's puking in the back seat. Oh my God. And then he's like, the coroner's puking his guts out, and then he lights the car on fire, and he's like, oh my God, we're burning alive, and they fell off a cliff. All because you didn't want to, buy our brake pads. And then it cuts to the guy, and he's like, get out. Now. And then David Spade, tries to blow out the fire, and then he's like, do you validate parking? And he's like, no, get out. That's the best scene. Those two scenes are fucking great. All right, those are my 10. And then I'm going to write down, if I had to pick 11, it would be fucking Matt Foley. Matt Foley. And then, Chicken Wizard, another good one was Chris Farley having a goddamn panic attack over the guy switching his coffee. He's like, this is instant coffee. And then Chris is like, what did you fucking say? He goes, this ain't Folgers? He's like, no. He goes, I just used instant coffee. He goes, what's the difference? And he goes, you son of a bitch. I asked for Folgers. What the hell's the matter with you? Fuck this instant coffee shit. And he literally, chokes the shit out of the guy in the fucking restaurant because he didn't get his coffee right. That's a pretty good skit, too. That's a pretty good one. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. I'll be honest, though. I haven't watched SNL in quite a long time. Because the last skit that I watched that I actually liked was David S. Pumpkins. That one was pretty good. That one, I gotta admit, that one was pretty badass. Let me catch up with the chat. Chicken Wizard said, Turd Ferguson, heck yeah. Norm McDonald, Dana Carvey. Dana Carvey had his only show for a short while, but the sponsors refused to keep sponsoring because it was too offensive. Oh, I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. There was a scene where he was Bill Clinton feeding kittens and puppies from his tits. Really? I did not know that. I like Dana Carvey's George Bush. George Bush Sr., not Jr. He did a good George Bush. All right, let's continue on. All right, time for some movie reviews. Let's start with... I've watched this before, but I've never reviewed it for you guys. Quite a classic, 1974 style, Black Christmas. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. They've remade this 3 times. Black Christmas, 1974. Black Christmas, 2006. And then the third one was Black Christmas, either 2019 or 2020. I've seen the 2021 and I've seen the 1974 one. I've seen the 2006, but I don't have it in my collection. I've got this version and the 2020 version up there. The 2020 version's up there. But I need to get the 2006 one. The remakes, they're alright. They're alright. I like the 2006 one more than the 2021. The 2021 sucked. Billy's not even in that one. Billy the Killer is in this one, and then Billy the Killer is in the 2006 one. It's another killer in the 2021, and the 2021 makes no damn sense, and it's very vague. They make vague references to this, and I'm like, dude, you can't do Black Christmas without fucking Billy the Killer. I'm like, then why fucking make it? It's fucking stupid. I'm like, if you're not going to use the original source material, then why fucking remake it? I don't even think they should have remade it to begin with. This one's the best. If anything, they should have made a sequel. They never made a sequel. They've remade it, well, not 3 times. This is the original. They've remade it twice now. No more remakes. Make a sequel. You know? Anyway. So, yeah. All right, Black Christmas. I'm going to give it a... Yo, what's up, Danielle? She says, hi, I'm fashionably late, but I brought the waves and smiles as promised. I appreciate that. Danielle, you are awesome. You're a good friend. We've been friends for a couple of years now. Hell yeah. Yo, what's up, Egotistical Commando? a.k.a. Sam. Sam's back in the community. What's up? And I made sure the other night, I looked on his channel. I thought, no offense, Sam. I thought, well, maybe it's a troll because we haven't heard from Sam in quite a while. It's Sam's old channel. It's got tons of videos, tons of live streams on it, tons of videos. So it is Sam. So good to have you back. What's up, buddy? Good to see you. By the way, Sam, if you've never watched this movie, you're missing out. Sam's a little younger. Sam's like, well, when I was hanging out with you, you were 24, 25, so you're probably older now because it's been a couple years, Sam. But you got to watch this, Sam, if you've never seen it. It's fucking great. So you've been working out. I have been working out. I'm not gonna. I usually take a break on Saturdays and Sundays and not work out, but Monday I will be back with another workout stream. Oh yeah. So there it is. But good to have you back. Let's see here. Landon says, well, howdy, Daniela. Howdy, Crumbles. Howdy, Bukaki. Howdy, Nancy. Sam's 27 now. Yeah, but when we first started hanging out, Sam, I think you had just turned 25. Yeah. Because I knew you for 2 years, and we worked at FedEx for like a year and a half together. But yeah. Vision says, have you ever been to Tampa, Fierce? Oh yeah, all the time, Visions. Like, you know those toy conventions that I go to? Jeff usually has 1 or 2 shows in Tampa, so I've been there. I haven't been to Tampa in a while, but I have been to Tampa. Actually, the next show I think is in Tampa. Yeah, right here. So it's not the next show. The next show's June 15th in Orlando. So we go down. The next one's in Tampa. Look, right there. So I'm going to these two because I love the Tampa show and I love the Orlando show. That's 2 of his greatest shows. So shout out to my friend Jeff. If you guys are in the Orlando area, be sure to go to my buddy Jeff's Facebook page, Florida Toy Shows and Expos on Facebook, or you can buy tickets there, or you can buy tickets on his website at www.floridatoyshowsandexpos.com. I highly suggest going to his shows. Jeff, shout out to Jeff. He's a good buddy. He's a good pal. Jeff always brings the shows, the celebrities, the content. He's fucking great. And me and Jeff are going to hang out soon. But yeah. So yeah. Are you still working at the same place? Yep, I'm still working at the same place. I'll be honest, Sam. It's getting boring. It's the same crap. Grab a box, scan it, load it in the truck. Grab a box, scan it, load it in the truck. Or take it out of a truck, scan it out of the system, give it to the driver, and either he loads it in his truck or I load it. Or around the Christmas, remember the Christmas detail? I always volunteer, Sam, because you get more money. It's a lot cooler in the back of the factory, and it's just something new to do. So I've been applying for different jobs. I just haven't. I've had a couple of hits here and there, but nothing solid. So whenever I can, so I'm going to work there until I can find something new, because I just need a change. I'm ready for a change. So yeah, at least it's not December for a minute. Exactly, because I've told the fans, Sam. You remember it? I'm sure you don't. You don't work there anymore. I'm sure you got another job, Sam, because it's been 2.5 years. The fans already know. We get a shitload of boxes around December. You guys know how much I love Christmas. I love Christmas. There's nothing wrong with Christmas. I love it. I get it. People want to send their families gifts and packages, and they have to mail out orders and shit like that. I get it. But the most packages I think we've ever had around Christmas time, I don't know if it was last year or the year before, we had one night we had over 150,000 boxes, and it was a lot. It was a lot. It was somewhere around there. Anyway. But yeah, Visions, to answer your question, I've been to Tampa many times. Why do you ask? I'm just curious. If it was for curiosity, Tampa's cool. It's not my favorite town, but Tampa's cool. I've been there a couple times. Are you still looking for an airline job? Yeah, I am. But I'm looking at other prospects too, Nancy. I thought about going back to Disney too. I thought about that, so keeping my options open. All right, Black Christmas. I'm going to give it... It's almost a perfect horror movie, but there's not too many boring parts in it, but there's a couple boring parts. There is a lot of actions. There's great kills in it. I'm going to give it a 9.8 out of 10 because it's pretty damn good. I thoroughly enjoy it. I always watch it near Halloween or on Halloween, and I always watch it on Christmas Eve or Christmas Day. It's a great horror movie. So 9.8. I'm gonna put great kills. It's one of the first movies. Usually in horror movies, you find out who the killer is. You find out the killer's motives. I looked it up online. Black Christmas is one of the first films that started the slasher genre. And it was one of the first films to leave the horror movie open-ended. You never find out why the killer climbed into the sorority house and hid in the attic, and then sometimes he would like come out of the attic, kill people, and then he'd crawl back up into the attic. And you only hear him say his name, I think like twice in the film, but you never see his full body. You always see like his eye. There's like a door and you see his eye like creeping out the door. You only see like his arms or his leg. You never see his full body. He talks a little bit, but very little. So he's kind of a mystery. It's one of the first films to do that. So groundbreaking in horror. One of the first films in horror to leave it open-ended. Favorite kill is without a doubt some lady is like going home for like Christmas. She's packing her bag and she opens up the closet to grab a dress, and there's a dry cleaning bag over the dress, and he lunges out and throws the dry cleaning bag around the girl's face, suffocates her, and then he takes her up into the attic, ties her to a chair, and he keeps pushing the chair, and she's rocking back and forth as she's sitting dead in the chair with the dry cleaning bag over her head, and she's all like that. So I'm gonna call it the dry cleaning kill. Dry cleaning kill. Let's see. My favorite scene is probably that's my favorite kill, and that's probably my favorite scene. So that's my favorite scene, the dry cleaning kill. And then my second favorite scene is probably when the British girl, or she sounds British, I think she is British, when she discovers her two friends dead on someone's bed, and she freaks out and runs down, and as she runs down, Billy tries to grab her by the hair, and then she escapes and all that, and goes down into the basement, and, so the adventure starts. So, discovering the bodies is probably my second favorite scene. So, yeah. All right, let me catch up with the chat. Just curious, a lot of the old death metal bands are based around there. Oh, that's cool, Visions. Nice. That's cool. Anyway, I highly recommend it. I'm sure a lot of you guys have seen it, but for anyone out there that hasn't seen it, you're missing out and you need to watch it. So yeah, let's see. Let's see. Daniela says, adding it to my watch list, never heard of it. Oh, Danielle, it's a great horror movie. It's a great horror movie. Again, it's not my favorite. You guys know my favorite. The original 1978 classic Michael Myers. Oh, yeah. Michael Audrey Myers, I should say. Sam says, I've actually been watching quite a few movies lately. I just watched Speed Racer from 2008. Oh, man. That one has John Goodman in it. The live action one. I've seen it, Sam. It's just been a long time since I've seen it. So, yeah. It's made by the people who made The Matrix. Now, that I didn't know. Nancy says, death metal capital of the world, says Google. Really? That's what's up. That's cool. Sam says, it's weird to watch at first, but once you get used to its presentation, it's such a great film. If it's the one I'm thinking of, it's got John Goodman in it, Sam, and I've seen it. It's just been, I watched that movie like fucking ages ago. And it's live action, and because Speed Racer was a cartoon, and they turned it into a live action movie. I like it. It's good. It's just I haven't seen it in such a long time. So yeah. I'll be right back again. I have to use the restroom again. The Crohn's has been going nuts today. This is going to be my 4th trip to the bathroom. 1 on camera. Now there's going to be a second one on camera, and then 2 off camera. So, yeah, Sam, unfortunately, I've still got Crohn's, buddy. So, yeah. So, I'll be right back. So, just go ahead and study The Crazy Dentist. I do plan on watching these two. Look how fucking crazy this guy's eyes are. He's like, yeah, that's right. I'm going to clean out your fucking teeth, bitch. So, at some point, I'm going to watch these. So, you guys just study this, and I'll be right back. I'm back. I'm back. Oh, sorry to keep you guys waiting. Alright. Yeah, eventually I'll get to the dentist. Alright. Let's see. Let me get back to what I was... Let's see. Vision says, I believe it, Nancy. Yeah, John Goodman was great at it. Yeah, I've seen it. I've definitely seen it. That reminds me, Richard Christie from the band Death lived in a storage unit in Orlando. Fears you should try and find that. Close. Okay. Dang, bro. Hasn't beaten the Crohn's. Maybe one of these days. I doubt that, Sam. Maybe one day. Maybe. Sam, speaking, I'm glad that you're back. So welcome Sam back, guys. Sam, while you were away, I must have told this story at least twice to the fans. Remember that day we were gaming, and it has to be the probably greatest jump scare of all time. We're playing Resident Evil 7. I'm going up the stairs, and in the video, you know it's coming because I see you. I didn't see you while I was playing, but if you watch it back, you see you look out of the corner of your eyes. That old, decrepit lady with, like, maggots and shit, like, in her hair, and she had, like, a beard, and she was holding a lantern. And I'm not trolling. She kind of looked like Carrie. She comes barreling through the fucking window, and I go, whoa, fuck me, shit. And then I go, and I shoot her in the face with the shotgun. And then I had my head down near my knees, and I go, holy shit. I'm like, that scared the shit out of me. And I grabbed your arm. I didn't mean to, Sam. It was just, reactionary. I grabbed your arm, and I'm like, I almost had an anxiety attack. I grabbed your shoulder, not really your arm. I grabbed, like, your shoulder. And you're like, are you all right, Fears? And I was like, no. I'm like, I'm fine now. I'm like, that scared the shit out of me. That was probably the greatest jump scare ever. So, Sam, if we ever do a live stream together and we ever game again, we need to play some more scary games, get some more jump scares going. Hell yeah, buddy. By now, Sam, you probably got the ultimate gaming setup again. Because I remember you had a pretty cool setup 2 years ago. I bet you got a kick-ass gaming setup now, buddy. Anyway, let's continue on. Let's see. Vision says, I don't know what Vision is talking about. Vision says, I like how he went from whacking off in Oklahoma barn to playing for his favorite band. And oh, so you're talking about a band. Sam says, anyhow, how's everyone been? Pretty good. Pretty good. Nancy gives Sam the peace sign. Daniela says, good, enjoying the summer vibes. Oh, yeah, it's officially summer. Hell yeah, Daniela. Vision says, still printing shirts in the garage and staring at Fears every day. We missed you, Sam. Hell yeah, Visions. Hell yeah. But let's be honest. Fears is one of the best streamers in the community. I bring the content. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's see here. You ready to hear something crazy? I don't even have a computer anymore. Really? Oh, so you're on your phone? Oh, damn. Why'd you get rid of your computer? Oh, well, probably because you said, you took a break from everything. Did you have to sell your computer, Sam? It's none of my business. I was just curious. Anyway. That's not true, Visions. He says, Fears got a tattoo of your face while you were MIA. That's not true. That's not true. That's not true. It's funny, but not true. Not true. Nancy says, where did you get the tattoo, Fears? I should have just went along with it. Yeah. It's all across my back. It's on my ass. I don't have a tattoo. You guys know, if I ever did get a tattoo, it would be these 3 tattoos. My grandpa's full name on my back, Grandpa Fears. My dad's name on my back. And then the third one, I would love the Ghostbuster symbol either on this shoulder or this shoulder. And if I had to pick a fourth one, the logo for Halloween 1 with the pumpkin, with the knife and the pumpkin, So those probably 4 tattoos, hopefully I get to have one day. I made a promise. My mom said, don't you ever get a tattoo while I'm still alive. So whenever my mom passes away, then I'll get some tattoos. But I made a promise to my mom. I said, Mom, I promise. I said, I will not get a tattoo while you're still alive. So I'm a man of my word. Let's see. Sam says, long story short, I was homeless for a bit and sold the setup on Facebook just for food. You didn't even have to tell me that, Sam. You know, but that sucks. That sucks. Well, you're not homeless anymore. I'm sure you got a job. I'm sure you'll get it back, buddy. I'm sure you'll get it back. So yeah. All right. So yeah. Anyway, check out Black Christmas. All right. Next one, Death Sentence. It's an action movie / psychological thriller. Really cool film starring Kevin Bacon. Check it out. Check it out. All right, Death Sentence. Pretty awesome. And the same guy that directed I don't know if he directed all the Saws. He definitely directed the first 2 Saws. That Chinese guy, the same director that directed Saw directed this, and there's a Jigsaw cameo in this movie. The main gang leader is like in this alleyway, and he's selling some drugs to some guys. And if you look way off into the distance, there's some graffiti on the back wall, and it's Jigsaw, Billy the Puppet's face, and it's spray painted on the wall. So I thought that was a nice little nod to his first film, because his very first film that he ever directed was Saw. And I've seen Saw, and Saw is fucking great. I love Saw. A lot of the sequels to Saw, they're kind of crap, but I like Saw 1 and I like Saw 2. But there's I think there's 10 Saws now. It's ridiculous. So, anyway. So, Death Sentence. I'm going to give it a, let's see here. I'm going to give it, it's a pretty good film. It's not a perfect 10. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10. Let's see. Great action. Very suspenseful. Very cool camera angles. Very cool camera angles. Cool camera angles. Sam, you were talking about John Goodman. John Goodman's in this film. Check it out. So, cool cameo from John Goodman. And fun fact, John Goodman is from my hometown. He was born and raised in downtown St. Louis. So, hell yeah. So, the 2 biggest celebrities from St. Louis, John Goodman and the fucking Fears Man. Hell yeah. All right. My favorite scene is when he goes to John Goodman and he buys guns off of John Goodman to kill the gang because the gang killed his son. So that's a cool scene. He's like, I need guns. And he's like, I don't know you. And he's like, I came from the Four Roses. And he's like, I'm going to guess you're way far away from home. And then he unzips this backpack and it's filled to the brim with cash. And so he goes like that. And then John Goodman's like, well, don't let me smell fear on you. And then he sells him the guns. So, yeah. So, selling of the guns is my favorite scene. Well, one of my favorite scenes. My second favorite scene is towards the end when he straight up finds the gang's lair, kicks the fucking door open, and he kills every single gang member. I mean, really violently. So, yeah. So, kills all the gang members with the guns. It's a good one. I recommend this one. Oh, wait, I forgot to say I recommend Black Christmas. I recommend... And then I recommend Death Sentence. Recommend it. Let's see. Great action, great suspense, great kills. Great kills. I'd say my favorite kills is he shoots this bottle of acid because they're making drugs like in their hideout, and he takes the shotgun and shoots the acid, and the acid falls on the back of one of the gangsters, and the guy starts screaming because it's like boiling acid, and he's like, I'm going to kill you, you motherfucker, I'm going to kill you! And the guy runs out of ammunition, the gangster, and he tries to open up a window to escape because like Kevin Bacon's like hot on his ass. Kevin just cuts around the corner, the guy turns around and tries to stab him with a knife, blows the shit out of him with a gun, he goes flying out a fucking window, and that's the end of that guy. That's the greatest kill. So, favorite kill, shoots a guy out a window. And I mean, when he flies out the window, it's just not like a... I mean, he goes flying through the air, smashes right through the fucking glass, falls down, plummets to his death. So it's like a double death. Or actually, it's a triple death. He gets acid on him, he gets shot, and then he flies out a fucking window. So yeah. Shoots a guy out a window. Let's see. Great action, very suspenseful, great camera angles, cool cameo from John Goodman, great kills. It feels like an independent film. It's like very gritty and very gritty and very independent. I'm sure it isn't an independent film, but it's got that independent film feel to it. So, independent film vibes and very gritty movie. Check it out. All right. Let me catch up with the chat here. Let's see here. You should get an exercise machine in front of the TV to watch your movies while you work out. I mean, that's an idea, but Sam, I have a very small apartment. I mean, you've been in my apartment. It's filling up quick. I don't have enough room for all that. I don't mind going to the gym. I don't mind. Let's see. Nancy says, I love John Goodman as Walter in The Big Lebowski. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. The Big Lebowski is great. And then he's like, let me explain something to you. I am not Mr. Lebowski. You're Mr. Lebowski. I'm the dude. So, I mean, that's what you call me. Either that or his dudeness or El Duderino if you're not into the whole brevity thing. And then he's like, are you employed, sir? And he's like, employed? You know, and all that crap. And then I love the ending, Nancy, where he walks in and then that old fucking cowboy guy that's got like the greatest like narrator's voice of all time. He's like, hey man. And he's like, how do you do, dude? He's like, I didn't think I'd see you again. He's like, oh man, I wouldn't miss the semis. How's things been going? Strikes and gutters, ups and downs. Sure, yeah, I got you. Well, take care, man. Got to get back. Take it easy there, dude. Oh, yeah. I know that you will. And then he just turns around all casually, and he's like, well, the dude abides. And then it like slowly zooms into the cowboy, Nancy, and he's like, the dude abides. I don't know about you. I take comfort in that. It's good knowing he's out there. The dude. Taking her easy for all of our sinners. And then he goes into this long spiel, and he's like, well... He's like, I hope you folks enjoyed yourself. And he does that with his hat. You know, Nancy's like, catch you later on down the trail. And then he just looks up. Say, friend, you got any more of that good sarsaparilla? That movie is fucking fantastic. I love that movie. Love it. Let's see. Vision said he played a great villain in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? He did. He did. LOL, yeah. Triple Death, you talking about Bill Paxton dying by the Terminator alien? No, I'm talking about that guy that flew through the window in Death Sentence. But that is, those are good deaths though, Sam. Yeah. And then he almost dies in True Lives, where they hang him by that bridge. You know, he's hanging on the edge, and they basically like make Bill Paxton's character like he's supposed to be like this smooth talking like car salesman, like, yeah, I'm a pimp, I get all the ladies. And Arnold Schwarzenegger makes him piss his pants. And then another great death is Visions. Remember Commando? That's right, Matrix. You said that you'd kill me last. I lied. Just fucking like lets him go, flies down a cliff, and dies at the bottom of the cliff. And I'm like, yeah, fuck you. You deserve to die. You know. And the same guy that dies is in that Warrior movie. Come out and play, Warriors. That fucking guy. Which was really creepy. It's a great film, Visions, but when he was like, he had the beer bottles on, he's like, Warriors, come out and play. And he says it a few times. I wasn't scared, but I was like, this guy's a good actor, but he's creepy as all hell. Creepy. I wasn't scared. He was just creepy. Anyway. Alright, last but certainly not least, I watched Fast and Furious 4. So. So, Fast and Furious 1 is awesome. 2 is good. 4 is good. 3 sucks. 5's okay. 6, 7, 8, 9 sucks. And I haven't seen number 10. But I bought this because it's got all 10 of them. So whenever I get to 10, I'm sure it'll be crap. Because 6, 7, 8, and 9 were fucking shit, crap, garbage. But I'll watch them and I'll review them for you guys. But 1 I loved because that's the original. 2's my favorite. 2's my favorite. And 4's pretty good too. Anyway. I'm gonna give 4. There's a couple boring parts in it, so I'm gonna give it an 8 out of 10. It's not bad. It's not good. It's just an enjoyable watch. So 8 out of 10. Lots of cool cars. Lots of action. Lots of dramatic scenes. Let's see. My favorite scene is probably when Paul Walker's character is chasing some guy and he dives through a window and he's in midair and he crashes through. So it's like, here's an apartment complex, and he's in this room and he barrels out the window, flies across, and lands in this apartment through another window and grabs the guy. So, jumping through the windows, that's a great scene. And then, probably the nightclub scene is probably my second favorite scene. I'm 50-50 on recommending number 4. I would recommend watch 2 first, because 2 is my favorite. 2 I think is the best. I like 2 better than number 1, but 1's pretty good. So I recommend watching 1 and 2. 4, I'm just going to write down, watch it if you want to. So, there we go. Fast and Furious 4. Isn't that when they stop racing cars and turn into action heroes? No. Well, a bit, Sam. A bit. Someone supposedly kills Letty, and Dom and Brian O'Connor, they have to team up and figure out who killed her and why. So they're starting to become action heroes. Really, 1 through 3 is about like racing like badass cars and making money and getting hot ass chicks and shit. And then as soon as it hits 5 through 9, it's all about them being secret agents and shit. And it went off the fucking page. And I'm telling you, 5 through 9, 5's all right. 5's watchable. 6 through 9 is fucking terrible. 6 through 9 is fucking hot garbage melting in a trash can in some LA alleyway. It's fucking terrible. Anyway. Let's see. Daniela says, oh, John Goodman will always be Sully from Monsters, Inc. I love those cartoon movies, Danielle. They're great. I haven't watched them all, but I've watched a few of them. They're pretty funny. They're pretty funny. But yeah, you make a good point, Sam. Yeah, they become like James Bond, like secret agents. I'm like, that has nothing to fucking do with the original plot points. The original plot was a bunch of friends racing cars, making money, having sex with tons of hot ass chicks and going fucking nuts. Then they become like James Bond, like secret agents, 6 through 9, and it's fucking terrible. But I mean, what are you gonna do? You make a good point, Sam. I forgot about that. Oh, God. Don't remind me. Don't remind me. Anyway. Alright, what's next? I think I'm gonna wait and do the Six Flag stories tomorrow because I'm getting tired. I'm gonna end with some deep questions. So I'm just gonna find some off the internet. I just find them randomly, so we'll see what comes up. I haven't had dinner yet, and I need to take a shower and eat dinner, and then I'm gonna start watching this. I'm gonna watch this first, and then this, and then you guys will see me tomorrow. So I'll tell those stories tomorrow. They're 2 funny stories, though, and they're true. Deep questions. All right, here we go. Let's see what I can come up with. Let's see here. Let's see. Let's see here. Here we go. Let's see. 200 very personal questions. This is the first one I found. What's your favorite food from childhood? Oh, God. Let's see. There was a few of them. Salad, pizza, because I still like salad today. I'm a very picky eater. Salad, pizza. I really liked Gino's pizza rolls. I'm going to go with pizza rolls. Pizza rolls. Because I still like those, too. Let's see. Did you ever help your mom do the dishes or laundry? Oh, yeah. Every single week. Every week. Let's see. Number 3. Do you prefer sweet or savory foods? I do like desserts, so I'm going to go with sweet. Sweet. And I'm not writing down the questions. I'm just writing down the answers. Let's see. What's the most exotic dish you've ever eaten? Probably oysters or frog legs. Because I've had both. All right, let's see. Number 5. What is one of your favorite comfort meals? Ooh, steak mashed potatoes and gravy, and corn. So a steak dinner. A steak dinner. Let's see here. What's one of your favorite restaurants? Oh, you guys should know that. Ruby Tuesdays. I love Ruby Tuesdays. Let's see here. What's the most memorable meal that you've had while on vacation? Oh, probably the corn pizza because it was so disgusting. But it was memorable, though. So, because I bit into it, my brother bit into it, and we looked at each other like corn is not supposed to be on fucking pizza. So, corn pizza. Ew. It tasted fucking god awful. It was so terrible. It was the most haggard shit alive. Oh my god, it was so terrible. All right, let's see. What's next? I can't see your guys' comments right now because I've got another window opened with all the questions. So as soon as I'm done, because I've only got a couple more, I'll read your guys' comments and then I'm going to end the stream. So yeah. All right, let's see. Where did I leave off? What's your favorite sport just to watch? Hockey. Without a doubt. Hockey. Let's see. What's the biggest challenge you've overcome recently? I would say I'm still doing it. Trying to lose weight. Trying to lose weight. And eat healthier. But I'm doing a better job. I haven't had the BK Lounge like in 2 or 3 months. I want to, but I haven't. All right, let's see. What habit are you trying to break? Oh, without a doubt. Sometimes when I get nervous, I bite my fingernails. I hate biting my fingernails. So, trying to stop biting my nails. I hate it. Let's see. Let's see here. What is your fondest memory with your dad? Oh God, there's a lot of them. I don't know if I can pick just one. Fuck, that's hard. I mean, one of my favorites was when I was in Boy Scouts and me and my dad did the father-son camp out. But I've told you guys that story before. I don't know. Fuck, there's a lot of them. You know what? Probably the last couple of weeks with my dad because you guys convinced me. You're like, Fears, you need to fucking go now. And you need to go right now and have that special time with your dad. And I'm glad you guys convinced me. And I'm glad I didn't wait. And I got to spend like the last 5 weeks every single day with my dad. And I cherish that time. So, because we were just cracking jokes and hanging out. Even though my dad was always in good spirits, even though he was dying. That's just the type of guy my dad was. And I remember my dad woke up from a nap and he was like, "You guys hungry?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And he's like, "John, will you go take your mom's car and get me some?" I was like, "Yeah, of course." I'm like, "What do you want?" And he's like, "I want some Emo's pizza." I was like, and he grabbed his wallet and he handed me some money and I was like, "Dad, I got it. I'm like, "Don't worry about it." And my dad was like, "Well, get yourself something." I said, "Oh yeah." I said, "What do you want?" So I wrote down my dad's order. I bought a pizza for my dad. I said, "Mom," and then I told my brother, I was like, "What do you want?" And I got everyone pizza. So I'd say those two, just hanging out with my dad like the last 5 weeks of his life. But the father-son, I'm going to put the father-son camp out. That's still like one of my favorites. Father-son camp out. That was a lot of fun. We were like in a tent. Me and my dad were playing. Me and my dad were on one side of the tent, and then my best friend and his dad was on the other side. And we were all. My best friend's dad brought a deck of cards, and we were just playing. We were playing card games like all night, and it was a lot of fun. So, good memories. Good memories. Let's see here. What's a personal milestone that you're looking forward to that hasn't happened in your life yet? Oh, getting married and having kids. I mean, I can't wait for that. I'm sick of this bachelor's life, man. I want a lady. I want to have children. I want to move on to the next course of my life. Getting married and having children. All right, I'll do 2 more questions, and then I'm gonna get a shower and get somebody. Let's see here. Let me scroll down here. How many Comic-Con conventions have you ever been to? Oh shit. I'd say well over 50 if I had to take a guess. My very first one was in 2010, the Phoenix Comic-Con. If I had to guess, probably over 100. If I had to take a guess. Because I don't really know. Over 100. And then the last question. What was 4 things that you wanted to be when you were a kid? Oh, that's easy. Movie star. An astronaut. A firefighter. And the 4th one, a teacher. All right, cool beans. There we are. All right, let me get back to the chat because I had like 4 windows open, so I'm going to close all the windows and read all your guys' comments. And then I think I'm going to call it a night because I'm getting a little tired. And I don't want to fall asleep again, Visions, because I want to watch. I'm going to watch this first because look how hilarious. Look how hilarious this front cover is. It's literally like a big fucking blob with no legs, hands, and he hasn't trimmed his nails in like ever. And then he's got like Jaws the shark. He doesn't have teeth. He just has like Jaws the shark teeth. And he's like, I'm coming to get you, Fears. I cannot wait to watch this. It's going to be fucking hilarious. Anyway. Alright. Let me catch up with the chat here. The last thing I read was Visions saying LOL, yeah, and then he put a frog in the chat. Hell yeah. Oh, no, wait, I read Sam's triple death thing. Nancy says, yep. Fast and Furious, isn't that when they stop? Oh, yeah, I read that. And then John Goodman will always be Sully. Always crazy to think they sent a Pontiac to space. Yeah. That's when it started getting fucking crazy. I haven't even watched the 10th one, Sam, but I'm eventually going to watch the 10th one, and I'll let you guys know how it was. I didn't help my mom do dishes. I just, I just them or my mom would beat my butt. Oh no, I had to do chores when I was a kid. Same, that was my chore. Oh no, I had chores to do when I was a kid. Comfort food for me is a country fried steak and brown gravy. That's a good one. That's good. Another comfort food for me that I really love, I love a big plate of biscuits and gravy. I love biscuits and gravy in the morning. Daniela says, yum, pizza rolls like pizza bagels. Oh yeah, they're good. By the way, Miguel says hi. He loves pizza. We had some for dinner tonight. Well, Daniela, you tell Miguel, what's up, dude? And shout out to Daniela. and her son, Miguel, because they both watch. Because I've been friends with my friend Danielle for about 3 or 4 years now. So, or not 4 years. We've been friends for 3 years. She's a very nice person. Very nice person. So tell Miguel what's up. Let's see. Nancy says, yeah, but white gravy on country fried steak never had brown on it. Not a huge fan of white gravy. It's got like an oily texture I don't like. Yeah, grease, milk, and flour. Yeah, brown gravy all the way. Sam says, Fears, I don't know if it was my greatest achievement, Sam. I would say it was one of my greatest achievements. He says, your greatest achievement should be beating Outlast with me. That was a scary video game. I'm sure there's scarier ones out there, Sam. It was a scary game, but a fucking cool game. What was that guy's name? Like Little Pig, which sounds hilarious because the guy was like 7 foot tall and he was fat as shit, and he had bloody shitty boxer shorts on, and then I was always walking through bloody shitty water in the game, and so was he. And he scared the shit out of me. And his teeth are like this, like that, like over the fucking gums, like on the top and on the bottom. And he hadn't brushed his teeth like in weeks. Like fucking gingivitis was sitting in, and he had fucking maggots in his hair and shit. That guy was fucking nuts, Sam. But it was a good game. It was a crazy game, and it had a bunch of jump scares in it, and it scared the shit out of me. Well, I don't really ever get scared. I jump, like, it just kind of shocks me. I've only ever been truly scared of, like, one thing, and that's that fucking Exorcist shit, man. That movie scared the living shit out of me. That scared the shit out of me, and then I think everyone's afraid of dying, because it's the unknown, like, oh shit, what's going to happen, But I don't really get scared of, like, haunted houses or video games or movies. I get shocked where I'm like, whoa, shit. But yeah, it definitely shocked the shit out of me. Those jump scares were no joke. No joke. But I appreciate you saying that, Sam. All right, let's continue on. Better not fall asleep, dude. I may take a nap, Lantern, before I start watching that. Bro's got like 4 windows open, and you're letting the cold air out, dude. I know. I like it. Nice and cold. Well, that about sums it up for today's live stream. I will see you guys tomorrow, and I'll tell those 2 Six Flags stories where me and Trent and Eric, we were there. Trent was daring me and Eric to do crazy shit, and we did. Then we were daring Trent to do a whole bunch of crazy shit, and we almost got in trouble, and we almost got kicked out of Six Flags, but I will save those stories for tomorrow, but they were funny as hell. So yeah. Seems like most people are scared of the unknown. Most people are, Visions. Because most humans, like, sometimes people are afraid of, like, the universe, because we don't really know what the fuck is going on up there, Sometimes people get afraid of aliens. That shit doesn't really scare me. I am scared of dying, though, because that's part of the unknown, because, like, do you go to heaven? Do you go to hell? Is there a heaven? Is there a hell? Do you just lay in your coffin and rot? Does anything happen? Does anything not happen? Nobody knows. So, yeah. I'm not scared of the unknown. I'm scared of leaving and making my sister cry. Well, that makes sense, Sam, because I remember back in the day, you would always tell me stories how close you are with your sister. But that's good. That's good, because you never want to disappoint your family, and especially, you got to be big brother, man. You don't. I don't like to see my mom cry. You don't want to make your mom cry. You don't want to make your sister cry. I don't like to see any of my family members cry. So yeah. Danielle says, great stream, my friend. Good night, everyone. Yep, I'll see you guys next time. Lantern says, great stream. Good show. Well, thanks, Lantern. Big shout out to everybody in the chat. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm glad you guys enjoyed yourself. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to my friend Daniela Patty Vlogs on YouTube. Subscribe to Egotistical Commando. Subscribe to Mr. Lantern. Subscribe to Nancy Drew. Subscribe to the Sega Camp Gamer and Wear Camp on YouTube. Follow his Twitch channel on the Sega Camp Gamer 22. And last, but certainly not least, follow Fears on Fears Vlogs. Alright, Fears loves you guys. Fears cares about you guys. And this is Fears, signing off. Peace. Deuces. And I'll see you guys next time. Hey, Lantern. Alright, bye.